Today we're going to go ahead and play around with box squats. Yes, an actual physical box or something that you can sit on is needed, but we are going to be doing a box squat here today. We're going to be focusing on being able to drive out of the bottom of that squat in a powerful way. So the first thing we're going to need is a box set up so that your hips are slightly above parallel or at. That's what we're looking for. The goal here is to have control in the squat the entire time, never losing that strength at the bottom and collapsing on this box. And we'll talk about that more later, okay? If it's something where you are having a hard time really controlling yourself down, raise your hips up a little bit higher for this box squat. Now, when we set up, our foot placement will be slightly wider than our normal squatting stance. And it's extremely important to understand that our shins need to stay vertical. And that's going to be vertical throughout the whole movement, okay? So as we sit down, you can see I'm going to sit down and back and really focus on keeping those knees from moving forward. I'm going to set myself down. I'm going to actually sit on this box, not releasing the position of my torso. And then as I stand up, I am going to really fire through that posterior chain, locking those knees out, making sure they don't shift forward. Okay? That's a very big piece and point of contact that we need to pay attention to. So the point of performance here is as we stand up, we're not going to stand up and forward with those knees. We're going to legitimately try to stand up, pushing those hips forward and coming upwards, locking those legs out. So we're going to go ahead and really focus on, with that form, and focus on the points of performance. Nice solid back rack. We're going to stand up, set our feet again a slightly wider than we normally go in a squat. And then from here, we are going to sit our hips back, and we're going to go ahead and lower ourselves down. You can see my torso slightly more forward, and that's fine. The goal here is as I stand up, I'm going to really push through and lock out my legs, okay? Not letting my knees shift forward, all right? Nice locked out position. And then we're going to really try to practice this on our first two sets. Those first two sets are going to be sets of 10, and we're going to go ahead and play with very low percentages here. So it's going to be on that first set, we'll be doing 30 reps, 30% of your 1 rep max for 10 reps, And then on the next set of 10, we'll be at 40% of your 1 rep max back squat. So we're going off of our back squat number, all right? But we will be doing the box squat. It will feel like it's more powerful through the bottom of that squat because we're not going below parallel, okay? So we're really focusing on using that posterior chain here today for the box squats. Once you do your first 2 sets of 10, we'll go ahead and move into 2 sets of 5 reps. These percentages are going to be 60 and 70% of your 1 rep max. And then from there, we're going to finish off with 80% and 90% for 2 sets of 3, okay? So we're going to really focus here today on the box squat. The form and positioning is going to be the number one thing. If you're having a hard time figuring out the height, all right, you can use a bench. You can use 2 risers and put plates on top, but you want something very stable to sit on because you are going to sit down onto that box and then stand up nice and hard, okay? So today is going to be focusing on doing a squat that maybe you don't normally do, but in turn, as we do these, you will find that you are stronger because you're engaging this backside more, and that's going to help us really lock in the strength needed for a very big number on a back squat, all right? So today is going to be fun. It's going to be different. So if you need to stay a little bit lighter and not really focus on those percentages, you can absolutely do that.